They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give them 15 yards to start their first drive of the game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And he slings one that's incomplete. The Dolphins at 12-2 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Looking to pass. Tua. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Miami. 57 yards.
Complete to Tyreek Hill. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Tua going to tap this forward on the jet sweep. A great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. And this one's incomplete.
It hasn't been a real good start to this game from a defensive perspective, but now after the incompletion on 2nd down, things may be changing. If they can come up with one more play, they might be able to get out of it with just a field goal attempt.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal.
21G. Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And his kick is indeed good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. That's to about the 28. 2nd down coming up. You talk about this Miami defense. They're a tough unit to throw against. Currently 4th toughest in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
That's their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And it's a fake here on 4th and inch. inches, and the gamble pays off. They get the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. Now, this worked, so I guess I shouldn't be nitpicking too much, but they only had a couple of inches to go. Why fake punt?
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. If you're going to go ahead and try and pick it up in that short of a distance, I wouldn't even gone to fake punt formation. That's like using up a big play for no reason at all. Leave your offense on the field and pick it up. But again, what were we doing? We're nitpicking, right? Because they did get it.
It worked.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
A gain of 26 yards. And the Colts first down.
They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that.
Throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much. Do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win. Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dolphins are able to widen their advantage. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And the Dolphins are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 49. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. 2nd and 5. On the ground, this is Devon Achane. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
On first down, Tagovailoa. They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Touchdown! Jalen Waddle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our score as they kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after one.
On the check. Hurry. Panther Street.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Third and 2.
69.
Richardson looking to throw. A short throw pulled in by Woods. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling.
Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Richardson to throw. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
18, Pioneer. Dragon 60.
From the shotgun, Richardson pushes him over. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. Here's Ty Zentner now. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So you got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And going deep for Hill. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Watson, Oscar. Yeah. Whoa. 20, TX. Hey.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. On the move past the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Getting this out to the flat. Mostert sheds off the tackle. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a 2nd, but you're right, not to be.
Go ahead.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Hey, 21, TX.
Tua to throw again. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the first half.
That's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue, but all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Here we go.
2nd and 12. Now it's Richardson. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm, trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
21G, 21G. Set.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Only able to gain a couple there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Go ahead.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Solo left Zion. Solo left Zion. Hey. Let's go. Out.
Now Tua. And it's caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here this first half. To try here for the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Come on.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animating.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Richardson to throw off play action. A short throw pulled in by Woods. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, here's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
All right, come on.
Setting to throw on 1st down is Tua. A throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
2nd and 10.
Solo left Zion.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 3rd down, Achane. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just 1 snap of the football. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Now Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Out to his left. Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half. This carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Ready, ready.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Flushed out right. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
Mostert. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
Quick throw complete. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd TD in the game and 18th of the year. And the Dolphins take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Mustang 19. Go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
70 Rangers, 70 Rangers.
Richardson going on 4th down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there, and that will force a turnover on downs. Well, apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired. In hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Back to throw here. Flush to his right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way. He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds a defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
Achane. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on 1st down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
On now the Miami field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So tack on 3 more, though it's just a rare drive where they did not find the end zone.
Yeah, you're right about that, partner. But at this point, I don't think you're too concerned about that. You just want to possess the football for a while and drain the clock. If you can get 3 out of it, that's great too.
And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. Here comes 3rd and about a foot.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 8 inches.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Channing Tindall. Inside the 10. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Looking to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Dallas Goedert from 6 yards away. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Now a throw here to his running back. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as... Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Taylor. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Extra point by Gay is up and good as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Yeah, they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns. And it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly has some explaining to do.
And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Again, he'll drop to throw. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill from 4 yards out. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. A nice run on first down gets them 6 yards to the 31.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Richardson now on second down. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Richardson looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, 39 yards. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Yeah, Richardson back to throw it. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And this offense on third down today, just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 146 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
But sometimes, Brandon, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big third down conversion. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
But one thing I do know, these guys on defense, they don't want this game to end. They're winning by multiple touchdowns. They've shut down the opposing quarterback in a big way, and they're still picking up sacks as we approach the end of this one.
On second down, it's Richardson to throw it. Steps away. Oh, wide open, complete. A big play there for Andy. 46 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Up the middle, here's Taylor. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Play action. Now Richardson. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Now it's Richardson. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Well, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
They'll look to throw now on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Here's 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you can always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
They'll look to throw again. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the fourth.
They certainly...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things. with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here's 3rd and 3. Richardson looking to throw this. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. Down to the 10. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play. But still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah.